Salud mi gente, you boys coming through once again. Before we continue with this video, do not forget to hit the like, subscribe to the channel. For those who've been showing love and support, I do highly appreciate every single one of you guys. On today's video, I want to talk about something serious that is going on the neighborhoods, right? That goes with the black neighborhoods and the Mexican neighborhoods. We have these channels, right? The hood blogs who go to the neighborhoods, man, and they interview nothing but youngsters, right? And where the youngster most likely hit up this guy, hey man, can you come and visit my neighborhood? We want to put our neighborhood on the internet so people know what's up, that we're right here established and blah, blah, blah. Whatever the case might be, right? Everything for the cloud. And trust me, everybody who was at that age wanted to do that for their neighborhood. No, I want to put it on the map. I want everybody to recognize it and stuff like that, because not every neighborhood is the same, right? So now with the YouTube, with the internet, they had the chance of putting their neighborhood in a video. So individuals like DC Baby Drago will go to that neighborhood, interview those guys, and what comes out of that interview? Nothing positive. Nothing positive. It's all about bragging. It's all about how difficult it is right here, who we bang against. You know, it's not about the overcoming these obstacles, becoming something better out of your life. Like, then seeing the OGs doing something good with their lives. It's not about that, man. And what happens? They start banging on their enemies, they're respecting, and their face is now on the internet. So they make themselves a target. So recently, the Crips from LA, right, just banned DC Baby Drago and basically said, hey, you're not welcome to do any of your hood blogs in our neighborhoods, because there's nothing you contribute to our community, to the black community. And I do agree with him. You know, I do agree with them, because to have somebody that he's not even from your city to go to this neighborhood, you know, just get people, some people upset. And now there's problems because of this video. There's issues with rival neighborhoods. They want to go to that neighborhood and basically retaliate because of the disrespect that these people put out there on that video. I mean, it's nothing positive coming out of that video, honestly, man. And basically they're calling DC Baby Drago and telling him, look, man, you had an option. You have a decision, right, of taking certain parts. You can go to any neighborhood, of course, but you still want the drama. You still contributing to that negativity. Because we know that most of those guys who come in front of the camera, they're nothing but youngsters, right? 20-year-old young men who are like on their prime. You know, they want to move. They want to show that they're tough and stuff like that. And they go ahead and diss the enemies, right? But Drago has the option of editing that part of that video, but he still does not do that. And what happens? The enemies go after these people, and we have seen this on multiple occasions, right? And then after that, Drago will go to the enemy's neighborhood and do a hood blog, and where again those people can be respectful to the opposition, and it's a non-ending battle. I believe, first of all, man, I'm always one of those guys, man. All that bragging about the beef, the prison, is not within me. It's not within me. If people want to brag about that, ponle. That's on your stuff, you know. But we have to be responsible at the end of the day to show the people the right way to go about it. We already went through it. We already figured it out. So it does not cost us nothing to actually to put it down, man, for the people. Man, look, man, if you want this in your life, keep going in the same direction you're going. But if you think about a future that maybe you want something better, you have to do this, man. You know, not necessarily go to prison, but you don't have to go to prison, man. Turn your life before you go to prison. You still gonna be cool with your homies, you know, but now you're gonna have a career. You probably can move to a different state. have a family, man. Do something positive for yourself and for those who are around you. I believe that is the message, right? The message is not like, damn, I'm right here with my little homie Travieso. We're walking every every night at 3 in the morning or 1 in the morning, looking for enemigas, and when we get one, we chase them, we shoot at them and stuff like that. That's not the message that you should put out there for the people, especially for the youngsters to see, right? Because most of the times, man, those people who are telling these stories, they're making stuff up. Even when I was out on the streets, man, in my prime, there was a lot of homies who used to tell stories. Hey, I did this. This is how I did it and stuff like that, right? And then all of a sudden, you come across certain individuals who got busted for that crime, and they tell you, "Oh, but I was the one who committed this crime and stuff like that, and that's why I got busted. That's why I got caught life." And I was like, "Hold on, the homie just told me that he did it, but now I remember that something had happened and this, and like, no, you just put two and two together, and then come to the understanding that." Your homie was lying from the beginning and made you believe that this guy was a shooter and stuff like that, when in reality he was not, right? And there goes your dumbass that you want to try to compete with your homeboy becoming a shooter, and what happens? You get caught up and end up in prison for, I don't know, doing life 20 years or whatever the case might be, right? So it's just those things that people that are barely coming up, their mind is not all there, don't understand, and they are going to be easily persuaded into thinking that this is the way to do it, right? That this is the cool way. And I do agree with those Crips, the OGs, man, who are basically banning this guy from entering their neighborhoods. Like, look, man, you're not gonna monetize over our neighborhood. Plus, you're not gonna put our youngsters in danger because they're gonna come on your videos, man. So I do agree with that. It's time for individuals that make this type of content actually push something positive. Like, for how long it's been the same thing? For how long it's been the same cycle? It's time to break that cycle and do something better, right? I do understand that everybody wants the drama, everybody wants the beef and stuff like that. Why? Because that's how it is, man. That's how how everybody is, man. Even though if people are not involved in stuff, they still want to make it seem like they were involved in stuff. That's why all these people who came out of prison, they told those crazy ass stories and where, oh, I was a shot caller, I was this, I did so many pegadas, and eventually it comes out that, nah, man, that guy Wes Watson, man, he did 10 years, not even 10 years, he did 7 years out of that, and most of that time, if not all the time, was out of state. And this guy was basically in a level 2 once he came to California. Never touched no shoe, never touched no level 4, never touched a level 3 from California. So, that's what I'm saying. People want to glorify that life, and they're going to make up stories. Why? Because they want to catch your attention. And I do understand that that's what it sells, but that is not the right message. As individuals, and I'm going to give you an example, right? When I was out, I was like 17 years old. I was working, right? And then this OG, probably like 37 years old. He did 18 years in prison. I think he did like 18 years in prison. That's crazy, right? So he was working with me, and he wanted to talk to me. Like, hey, dude, I never put my business out there at work. At work, I was at work, right? But he was like, hey, man, look, man, that life is not the way to go about. I went to prison. I was locked up in Corcoran. I did this many years, and everything I was always just saying is like, yeah, and okay. That's good, man. You went to prison. You experienced that. That's what's up, right? But whatever this guy was trying to give to me, it was nothing negative. It was actually something positive to try to save me from going through the same road that he went through, right? In where he wasted his life. And that's how I feel right now. I feel like I wasted a big part of my life. And in reality, as a human being, you only got certain years to play with. And why are you going to throw your best years away inside a cage? Why? It does not make sense to me. And if people are going to be that do that just for validation, man. Just look for the validation of people that matter. People that be like, you know what? They're going to contribute something good to you, man. You know what? Start something so you can look for that validation from many, possibly a businessman, somebody who has money, you know, a different type of validation, not into doing something negative and eventually getting caught up and end up in prison for the rest of your life. You know, I do understand that DC baby Drago has a YouTube channel. He's chasing those views and that is his job, you know. But as a neighborhood or as a community, you get the right to be like, you know what, guy, you're bringing too much negativity. Don't show up over here. You're not even from LA. You're from the Bay Area or San Francisco or San Jose, whatever he's from and stuff like that. Oakland, right? From Oakland. And do your thing over there, man. Do your thing over here. Don't come over here with your drama. We're trying to push peace right here in LA, man, between the Crips and the Bloods and stuff like that, or neighborhoods around them. And you are just coming over here, messing up what we're trying to do, right? So I do get it 100%. I do understand it. But with hood blogs or any other channels who are doing hood blogs are going to stop, I don't know, man. But this at least is a beginning to push this content creators, push them back and be like, nah, man, you can't come over here and glorify something that is not right. Trying to push our youth to do something better instead of keeping them down. And that is reality, man. So with this being said, hopefully you like this video. Saludos a todos. Something positive for everybody on this beautiful Sunday. So to next video. Al ratos.